Today, I'm gonna do a comparison video of the two leading forms of cardio that you can do at home: indoor cycling and boxing. We're gonna go ahead and go over the pros and cons of both, how many calories you can burn doing both forms of exercise, and their different price points. So let's get started. A couple pros of doing indoor cycling, especially on a stationary bike, are it's pretty simple for beginners. You hop on it, you sit down. Of course, there's some technical things that they'll review with you when it comes to your form, but really, it's a great one for beginners. Another thing is that it's pretty limited noise. Because it's stationary and you're sitting there, you're not gonna be moving around or creating any impact on the ground. So that's another really great one if you're in an apartment or in a townhome. It's also a pretty low impact exercise. You're not really pounding yourself on the ground like when you're running, so you're not creating any of that joint pain that comes with that. So it's pretty low impact. And the last thing is that if you do exercise in this in intervals, like kind of like HIIT, you can burn fat. Now for some of the cons of indoor cycling. The first one being, it's not necessarily a full body workout because you are sitting down, you're kind of neglecting the upper body just a little bit. Another one is that it also can put quite a bit of strain on your lower back from your posture because you're gonna be in the same position for a period of time. Over time, it can cause back pain. And the last con is that some people may find riding a bike for periods of time, every day, maybe a little bit monotonous or repetitive. Now on to some pros of boxing, hitting a heavy bag. Well, the first thing is that it's therapy. And it's actually quite cost-effective therapy if you've ever gone to therapy before. Another is that it is a full body workout. You're gonna be standing, punching, you're using your legs to brace yourself, you're using your core to move your body, so you are gonna get a full body workout in. Also, because you are striking and tensing your muscles, you are also gonna burn a lot of calories doing this. Another pro is that you don't have to worry about breaking up your strength training and your cardio. It kind of is an all-in-one package because as you strike the bag, you're hitting and creating resistance and tensing your muscles, so you're also gonna be working strength at the same time. And the last pro is that it is teaching you a martial art. So, even though you're not gonna use these skills and go out on the street and pick a fight with someone, it is nice to know how to throw a punch and how to throw a kick. Now for some cons that can come with boxing. For beginners, it can be a bit of a big learning curve, but if you stay consistent, if you're disciplined, you will pick it up, just like anything. Number two, it does take proper instruction from a qualified coach. This is a very important one. You can obviously go in there and you can just start banging out as hard as you can on the bag, but it could lead to injury in the future. So highly, highly recommend using a qualified coach. That's also what's great about FightCamp is that we are professional boxers or fighters that are teaching you at home. Another pro is that it can be kind of intimidating to start at first. I know that's why a lot of people like to do boxing at home. That's why it's a great option of cardio at home. But I promise you that once you pick it up, you're gonna be feeling more confident, feeling better. And the last one is a little bit of a pro and a con, but it is actually gonna be a harder workout than just a stationary bike. It's a full body workout. You also are gonna be burning more calories. It is more intense, but I promise you, it's worth it in the long run. Now let's talk about the effectiveness of this indoor cardio. So how many calories are we burning? Now there's a lot of factors that come into play when it comes to burning calories, but let's just take an average person, about 150 pounds. We're gonna say an average amount of time that people work out, so we'll say 30 minutes. 30 minutes of exercise for a 150-pound person at about a moderate pace is gonna burn about 290 calories on a stationary bike. But if you're gonna be a little bit more rigorous with your exercise, you're looking at about 360 calories in 30 minutes. For boxing, same person, 150 pounds, 30-minute exercise, your moderate numbers are gonna be more around 324 calories burned. And then your rigorous exercise, starting at about 360 and up. So the majority of people at that moderate pace of exercise would see actually a higher calorie burn when it comes to boxing. Now let's talk about cost. Now for stationary bikes, they kind of all range different price points. You can get some starting at $500 and up, but let's just talk about the top tier. This one here is a Peloton. Peloton's like around $2,000 and up to get it. And then if you need to get your gear, so like your clip-on shoes, they can start anywhere from 40 to 100 depending on which ones you get. Then for bags. Now for like your average bag, they range anywhere from like $300 and up, but we'll talk about the top tier freestanding. The FightCamp bag is about $499 and up, and if you also need to get some gear, like some gloves, some wraps, that can range from about $40 to $50 all the way to about $100 or more, depending on what brand you get as well. So if you're looking to get started with cycling or boxing, boxing is gonna have the more affordable price point. So there you have it. Cycling versus boxing at home. We covered pros and cons, we covered price points, and we covered calories burned in this kind of exercise. Now, personally, I choose boxing because I like the challenge it gives me mentally and physically, but really the choice is up to you. If you like this kind of comparison shopping videos, make sure you let us know what you want to see next. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next video. This is FightCamp, an interactive training camp from the comfort of your own home. Tutorials and guided paths walk you step by step through the basics and sharpen your technique over time. Punch tracking technology and leaderboards provide you built-in motivation to help you hit your goals. Learn more at FightCamp.com.
Your workout, and I don't expect you to be going non-stop.